I thought I would switch things up a little bit today. I have got a show in May, next May. And being as I can't really do much in the wintertime because my studio is just a big warehouse area, I need to go ahead and make everything now for that. So I figured I would talk to you a little bit about my studio, how I make money, how I just do things to kind of bring in the revenue today. I don't do a lot on the wheel, it's not my favorite thing, but these sell. I mean, this is Texas. Salsa bowls are gonna sell. And these bats are terrible, but they're really good for drying. If you're self-taught, which a lot of us are, including myself, well, I did have a few classes when I was in junior high school. I made a really cool vase. And then I volunteered teaching art at the Y while I was in college. And they had a wheel and I got to get on that. So I didn't have any instruction, but I did have access. So I'll be making around 300 for this one, and I'll leave with not one. Salsa bowls are boring as you can get to make, but they sell. So, I mean, I've got some very expensive $80 and $90 bases, $30, $40, $50 cups, all of that. They sell eventually. But if I'm wanting to make money, honey, I make 300 salsa bowls. So once you center the clay, cone it up, make sure that it's just as even as you can get it. But we're not doing anything major here, so don't freak out. It can actually wobble if you want it to wobble just a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. It doesn't matter, all that's coming off anyway. So then what I do is I take my two thumbs, I put it in the top, I put my hands here for stabilization, I push down, add more water, and I push down to the bottom. Not until the bottom, but until right about there, the bottom. And then I pull my thumbs out against my hands, and then I pull up. Now, you're gonna get a little dry on that, so just add some more water and repeat it. Go from the bottom up. Don't grab it in the side because you might rip it. And then once you get a little height on it, then you can mess with the sides all you want. And yeah, I do this a little different than other potters because I'm self-taught. I've been doing it for years, and I'm not gonna change now. And then I take a sponge and put it in here around my corners, clean this mess up, and there you go. There's a salsa bowl. Simple, simple, simple. Dang it, there went the other sponge. Good thing I grabbed 3. And we're gonna round it out. You want to make sure you do this because it roughs up the sides and you want it rough. You want this right here as rough as you can get it because that's the sparkle. That's the what do you call it? The speckles that come out. That's what makes it awesome. Okay. That one's a little shallow. Let's get that one a little bit deeper. There we go. We could make all of these to look the same if we wanted to. And I would probably scream if I had to sit here with my calipers and make sure they were all, there we go, one way or another. If I had to sit here and make sure they were all the same, oh my God, how boring is that? So these will be however these turn out to be. No rules. Have fun. Make what you want to make.
I spin my wheel in the moonlight, throwing pots that dream and delight. Ceramicist by day, potter by night. Dual identity taking flight. Making mugs, then switch to tiles. Got 2 hats and 1,000 styles. With a kiln I'm running wild. Potteramicist all the while. Hands in clay, life is grand. One makes teapots, other makes a stand. Shape a vase with the left hand. sculpting dreams like castles in the sand, making mugs then switch to tiles. Got 2 hats and 1,000 styles.
Well, there's, 50 bucks sitting right there. It didn't take very long, 20 minutes? 20 minutes to make 50 bucks. This is what they look like when they're done. Let me see, does this one even have my mark on it? Yeah, it does. Okay, see, all different shapes. These nests, these are actually the ones that they're for me. These are mine for in the house. But you can see this beautiful, beautiful milk and honey, and it comes down over that speckle. Isn't that gorgeous? These right here. Making money with pottery. Making money with pottery can be difficult because there's a million beautiful mugs with ugly handles out there, as some people say, which is no lie. And there's a lot. So to make money, you need to stand out in some way, shape, or form. These are the ones that I made. You can copy them. You can make these too if you want. I mean, this isn't going to saturate the market. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever thought of that. But shows really are the way to do it. So that's what we call like booths or sales or something like that. Go to a farmer's market, go to the festivals, which is what I'm going to go to. Set up a booth. First, get like the cheap booths until you get your sea legs on that, until you understand what people want and how they react to you. And once you understand that, then the money will follow. Just be original, unusual, come up with interesting things. I know there's just so many things that you can throw on this wheel. That's why if you're going to get into pottery, yes, get a wheel. I would get a cheap wheel just to start, because what if you don't like it? What if you're no good at it? I mean, lots of things could happen. But a little cheap wheel is always good, especially if you have to make a rim for something. You can get on there, throw it real quick, pull it off. So this right here, to me, is still a good idea. My passion is with hand building and molds, just because it lets you be way more creative. This to me seems more like a craft, and changing the molds the way I do, making molds of just whatever, and doing the hand building and sculpting, that's more of an art. So you kind of get the best of both worlds here. I hope I entertained you a little bit. The next video is going to be the slip video. I know I've been promising it for a while, but it's a very long, in-depth video, and there's a lot of information crammed into it. On that one, I will just be showing you how to make the terracotta low-fire slip. Well, I guess that's about it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Got 2 hats and 1,000 styles. With a kiln, I'm running wild. Pottery,